Now, change can happen quickly too. It doesn't have to take years to occur. Let me give you a quick example from my personal life. Years ago, my wife Debbie and I, we used to share an office. And if you know Debbie and you know me, that's a bad thing. We have different tastes, we have different views on what horizontal space is for, all kinds of things that are different in the way that we look at the world. Well, we had the opportunity to shift into 2 offices. She got hers, I got mine. And about the same time, I came home from working in a real office and had a home office. So I got to put up whatever I wanted to. So I got out all of my I love me stuff, all of it, in a recognition for, an appreciation of, all the pictures of me with famous people. I put it up on the wall and it was all laser leveled. It was beautiful. I sat back and I stared at it and I said, this is good. I went upstairs. Debbie had been doing the same thing. She'd been rearranging her office, and she too put something on the wall that reflected what she thought was most important. What was it? Family pictures. Guess who was front and center? Me. I had the opportunity right then to change my awareness, immediately. And as such, my attitude changed directly also. Instead of being eager to invite Debbie downstairs to see what I was doing, I decided I better run down there before she saw what I'd done, and I took everything off the wall and put it in a box where it exists to today. So change can happen immediately. If you look at it at the beginning, if we're going to start planting a flower bed because we want to have beautiful flowers, what's the first thing we do? We get everything out of the flower bed that causes flowers not to grow. We get rid of the weeds and the stumps and the rocks and all of that. And then we prepare the soil with wonderful nutrients. And then we introduce the seed into the soil, give it the right light and water, and ultimately the plant grows. Unfortunately, we don't do that when it comes to change as people. What we do instead is we have this huge bag of stuff, this giant load of limiting beliefs and historical biases and the status quo, and we drag that forward into our change. And we wonder why it doesn't work. So one of the first things we need to do when it comes to change is go through the process of getting ready. We then allow it to incubate. Again, back to the seed growing. No biologist on planet Earth can tell us why a seed germinates. Not one biologist. They don't know why. They can predict it, but they don't know why it happens. Same thing with our ideas as they come forward. We don't know why they come forward, but given the right circumstances, we get new options to come forward. That's the incubate process. And then the third step has to do with allowing insight and synergy and who knows where this came from sort of things to occur. The aha moments. You know, aha moments are circulating around us all the time, constantly. Are you aware of them? Are you conscious enough to allow them to come forward? What happens instead is we tend to run the same program. We're stuck in our old ways of thinking and we never feel them. And then finally it comes down to making it real. A great idea unimplemented is irrelevant. We have to take action. It takes courage. It takes conviction. It takes vision. All of those things are true as well. That's the basis for the Jump Innovative Change model. Positive, visionary, enduring change, as opposed to the typical way of doing it where people resist it to the point that they sabotage it. So, I have a belief that change can be done differently. Do you? What happens the next time somebody asks you, what thoughts come to mind when you think about the word change? What feelings come forward? I think it's possible for all of us to align our energy, our passion, our doing with who we really are. Call me corny, but I think life works better that way. So, what do you think of change? Is it positive? It can be. Thank you very much.